What is going on, everybody? Sports Expert here, and we have our top MLB trade line deadline targets and packages. We'll have 5 packages and trade deadline targets possibly in this game, in this video, and in baseball. Yeah. So before we start the video, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel so you don't miss out on videos like this. If you like baseball, we're going to be doing a lot of videos leading up to the deadline too. Hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps our video in the algorithm and helps everyone around to be able to search for the content they're able to want. So I'd appreciate that, everybody. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on these videos. So let's get started. As our first player is Guardians pitcher Shane Bieber. The Guardians have been underperforming this year, and despite being in a weak AL Central division, they'd be smart to trade a guy like Bieber with 1.5 years left of control in a weak pitching market, where the haul they could get it would be quite interesting. So I have the Baltimore Orioles acquiring starting pitcher Shane Bieber, starting pitcher / relief pitcher Cody Morris, and shortstop Angel Martinez. And I have the Guardians acquiring outfielder Anthony Santander, outfielder Colton Cowser, and starting pitcher Cade Popovich. So looking at Luis Castillo, he may be the better overall pitcher than Bieber at this point, but Bieber still has a ton of value due to his past and due to his control. So the Orioles are going to finally put a starting pitcher in their lineup, even though Kyle Gibson and Tyler Walls have pitched well. A guy like Shane Bieber can help fill a void. And they also add another potential starter / reliever in Cody Morris, who's about to come back from injury. He was really solid in his time in Cleveland last year, and a solid shortstop prospect in Angel Martinez that's getting a lot of hype around in the Cleveland organization despite the slow start this season. So the Guardians acquire Anthony Santander and Colton Cowser to add some additional slugging. I feel like if this was Austin Hayes and Colton Cowser, the Orioles would be skeptical because Hayes has the extra year of control. But because Santander only has 1.5 years left, the Guardians are able to pry away Cowser from Baltimore, and they then get a guy like Cade Popovich who can easily fit into their rotation in the minors, who's having a really nice season. He came over from the Jorge Lopez trade. White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson, he will be traded to the Dodgers, and relief pitcher Kenyon Middleton. And the White Sox will acquire second baseman outfielder Michael Busch, starting pitcher Emmett Sheehan, and starting pitcher Ronan Kopp. So they get a couple nice starting pitching prospects for Tim Anderson. And the centerpiece of this deal is Michael Busch, who has a crazy ton of pop. He's a bit older, but he is overall top 50 prospect in baseball still. The White Sox add a nice bat there. They've been looking for a second base type player for a while, and he's very versatile. And Tim Anderson will have some control on his deal, so there will be a lot of value, especially the very weak shortstop market. His value is going to be really high. They're going to have to pay, and they give up a couple nice starting pitching prospects who have really excelled in the minors so far this season, which could definitely attract the White Sox. White Sox starting pitcher Lucas Giolito. So another guy that could be on the market if the White Sox keep struggling here. The Cardinals acquire starting pitcher Lucas Giolito and outfielder Adam Hazley. And the White Sox acquire outfielder Alec Burleson, starting pitcher Pete Hansen, and starting pitcher / relief pitcher Ian Bedell. So the centerpiece of this deal is former top 100 prospect Alec Burleson, former East Carolina product who has tons of pop. The Lucas Giolito will be a free agent after the year, but the Cardinals will be able to acquire some very needed starting pitching here, with Giolito pitching well as of late. And like I said, the starting pitching market's going to be tough because, the lack of guys, and the Cubs were able to get Pete Crow Armstrong just for a half a year hobby bias. So imagine what they could get for Giolito. They could get like a guy like Alec Burleson, and adding Hazley should sweeten that deal. And they get some nice players in Pete Hansen and Ian Bedell. Ian Bedell is a relief pitcher right now, but he has a chance to be stretched out as a starter. Has really good stuff. Hansen's a guy that could fill in as well. Royals relief pitcher Aroldis Chapman. As the Rangers acquire Aroldis Chapman, and the Royals acquire outfielder Bubba Thompson and starting pitcher Mitch Bratt. So they get a lottery ticket prospect here in Mitch Bratt. Kansas City, a guy that started off the season very well, has a solid track record, but isn't as highly ranked in their system, around 15, 16. And Bubba Thompson's a guy they can just add as depth. Maybe he's a guy that could pan out for them. But the Rangers are one of the contenders right now? Yes, they are a contender right now. One of the contenders with bullpen struggles. So a guy like Chapman would be absolutely monstrous with the struggles of guys like Jose Leclerc and others. So the Rangers can get a potential closer and Aroldis Chapman. And if you can be that shutdown guy he was a few years ago, that would be huge. So the Rockies, outfielder Randall Grichuk. The Rockies don't love to trade guys, but maybe they trade Grichuk going into his free agent year. The Houston Astros acquire outfielder Randall Grichuk, and the Rockies acquire catcher first baseman Miguel Palma. So his value might be a little lower just due to the contract, and there may be more outfielders available than most of the other positions, such as pitching and whatever. But don't know where his value is. Miguel Palma's hit very well so far in the minors this year. He'll move up in the farm system for Colorado, so this won't look as too bad for Colorado if this deal were to come to fruition. So if you're the Astros, you need some depth in the outfield considering the injuries. Corey Julks has been okay, but he's not a guy that's gonna be great. But Miguel Palma isn't. I mean, he's a guy that can be versatile. He can play all over the field. Definitely will be solid here for Colorado. Not a bad trade here. As Michael Brantley's still injured, you still have a lot of question marks there. Chas McCormick's a question mark. Randall Grichuk would fit very well here. He can play center field anywhere in the outfield. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Comment what you think. I'm out, guys. Sports Expert here. Peace.